Greetings, Nails Over Coffee peoples. Hello, hello, hello. Greetings. Nails Over Coffee, March 25th. I'm Michelle Cordes Pugh. Welcome on in, everybody. Come on in. I have a couple funny different thoughts for you, and then it's Free Topic Friday, so you guys can chat with me about whatever you want to talk about, and we'll talk about it. Because, you know, sometimes, every once in a while, I just got to let you guys take charge. So it'll be Free Topic Friday. Hello, hello, hello. So today, and I'm sorry if my voice sounds crazy weird. I've got an allergy thing going on. So I have a bit of a sore throat. So forgive me if it sounds kind of funny, but I'm enjoying my hot coffee on my sore throat. So today we have my mini mug. The Hubs is drinking out of the Mickey mug, so we have the mini mug. See, it even has a little Minnie Mouse face inside. Isn't that cute? Anywho, so that's why you get to see it from this way, so I can see the little Minnie Mouse face. So, missed last night. It's your daughter's birthday, but you're back. All right, well, luckily it's up on YouTube. You can catch it then. Snow, mold, and allergy season here. Yeah, blech. No thanks. Ours is trees right now, and all the trees are in full bloom. And so, good evening to the UK. Hello to my peeps on the other side of the pond. Hopefully we won't have anybody that we need to tell to sod off today. We won't have any daft people. I know, right? I love you guys. I totally belong in the UK, I think, a lot of days. All right, so it is Good Friday. Happy Good Friday to you all. You're right, wankers. Oh, it's so fun. So I have to say before we get, we'll sort them out. I know, right? Take them outside, beat them up. You're in Ottawa right now and there's still so much snow. That's crazy. Yeah, right, Mayor. So, okay. So just a little bit of fun for our Friday before we get started. My client actually brought this to me in a Ziploc bag. I want to make sure we have the first documented case of a nail, in fact, just popping off. Now, I want to state for the record that this is somewhat expected because I didn't prep her nail and at all other than Scrub Fresh. And this was the dipping nail I put on just to hold together a natural nail break until it could get grown out. So this was a product that I didn't even buff the shine off her nail. I just cleaned it with Scrub Fresh and I put a base layer of dipping stuff and I did just a dipping nail coat and I only wanted it to last 2 weeks. Hello, good day. So it did in fact just pop off, as in she woke up and it had fallen off with no help of any kind. And this is a client who I've had for a long time now who would have told me if she had helped it off, and she didn't. And she even brought me the nail in its completeness. And her nail looked completely underneath it, just like it was supposed to, with no prep or anything on it. And the break had grown off. And so, her natural nail broke right where the break was, which we knew was going to happen, but that's totally okay. It got it to where it was grown out and wouldn't have broken in an owie place. But so yes, our first documented by video case of a nail, in fact, just popping off with no help of any kind. This is one that we know actually did that. Yes, it did its job. It did exactly what it was supposed to. There was no damage to her nail. It helped the thing grow out, like the whole thing. But the nail, in fact, did all in one piece just fall off. So we have it. She brought it to me. I fixed it now and put a new coat over it. But it did what it was supposed to do. Good afternoon. But yeah, so here we are. This is a nail that just, in fact, popped off. Now, it didn't fly across the room or anybody because she did, in fact, just find it. But it did, and it did what it was supposed to do, and her nail looks great, and it wasn't like a service failure or anything. But it did, in fact, all on its own, no help, just blah. So, there we go. That's some entertainment for your Friday. For the nail, it just popped off. And, For right now, for a few more hours, the video I did yesterday of me doing nails on this practice sheet is still up on Periscope. It'll be there probably another hour or so. So if you want to check it out, check it out. Mare, you're funny. Mare's crying. I didn't scan this in and put it up last night for a free download, which I meant to, and I will now. I'm really sorry. My to-do list backlogged is awful. So I will make sure I take a second and hop on the University of Nails site and get this scanned in. Hello. And I will get the video up on to all those places that it needs to go as soon as I can get to it. This is one I made using a row of regular nails, and this is so old that I actually had to physically cut paper, photocopy it, cut the strips out, paste them down, make one photocopy with this lovely Xeroxness here, and then took it down and had it laminated in an office supply store. So you guys won't have to do all that, and one of these days I'll make another one that doesn't have all this and looks all pretty. But in the meantime, I will scan this one in, and then you guys in a PDF, and then you guys can just print it out and take it into an office supply place and have it laminated for like $1. Or you can put it in a sheet protector if you've got one of those. I just don't like the sheet protectors because they slide around a little bit. I like laminated better, but then you guys can work on your product consistency, lots and lots of nails at a time, without having to stop every 15 or so and pop them all off. You can do lots and lots. So I will put that up, and I'll put the video up too. But in the meantime, if you want the video, it's still on Periscope for probably another hour. And then you can see comments and stuff too, which I couldn't see anyway while I was filming. So, you know, whatevs. Missed yesterday, so gonna go watch it before it's gone. Yeah, you know, it's it'll be, and yesterday's Periscope episode is up on YouTube, and then this will go up on YouTube, on the University of Nails YouTube, as soon as I get to it. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, on my to-do list. So what do you think about the Press-All for professional use? I only caught part of that before it went away. So that was a really long one. So if you could type it in again, because it had something about professional use, and we all know that's a hot topic for me. So I want to know what you were asking. I did just get off a great conference call today with a product manufacturer that's got some exciting stuff going on. So I can't wait to share that with you guys. But I can't yet. There's always, yeah, my backlog of stuff is like crazy. Like I've got so many videos I need to upload and videos I need to record. Press on for parties, pro use in salon like they do for a runway. You know, honestly, I think that, so I used to have, yes, University of Nails is on YouTube. I don't even know if there's any videos up there yet. The free ones will go up there. Oh, you're funny. The free ones will go up there always. And, then it'll have a link to the University of Nails page for people who want to join. It's set up, but I was busy with the Nails Over Coffee one, so I haven't quite gotten to it. How to bias against dip systems. Tried Slick Pour. You did. I want to hear about that while we're talking about the press-on nails. So I think that, like, I used to have a lot of people in the LGBT community. Where on University do you have your videos under? I already joined. They're all under articles. So if you click on articles, it'll give you a whole list of all of them and a little what they're about, and you can click on them. So I think that if we make up nails for people to use as temporary nails, I think that's totally within the scope of what we do. And I think it's appropriate for somebody who wants party nails to be able to put on at will, but they want them customized. And so I don't have any problem doing that for people who want that. I think that's totally fine. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't be able to do it. And there's even like, there's a company in the UK that does inverted nail molds, and they lay the acrylic inside the mold and then set it on. And And it seems to be kind of a cool product. I haven't tried it yet, but I want to, just because I think it would be really good for nail biters, that you're just trying to put something on their nail to help break the habit. And I think that would be, but there's no sides to chip or anything. So it's kind of interesting. Before I got certified, I had an online shop for press-ons and I shipped them all over the world. I mean, yeah, that's that using creative use of your market. Yeah, I mean, if there's people wanting it and we can make a profit, why not? Totally. I mean, I wouldn't see why not. Someone used those to win fastest nail set. Now, that's a little different though, because that was poppets. And poppets are different than inverted nail molds. I have poppets. And by the way, if you've never tried poppets, they're super cool, but they're not nearly as easy to use as Amy Becker made them look for the fastest full set thing. So if you've never tried any, you could try them and they're really interesting, but they definitely take more practice than what it seems like they would take. But they're kind of cool. So, and they're kind of interesting to use with an odorless product because since they don't touch oxygen, they don't have the sticky layer, which is really interesting. So, and I still do them for drag queens who want crazy nails. Yeah, that's the thing. If you've got somebody who's going to just have nail forms on, you know what I mean? Just nails for like the weekend and they only need them for the weekends because they don't cross dress during the week, then that's a super cool way for them to have nails. And God, they're the most dedicated clients. It's fantastic. Slick Pour. Who just said they tried Slick Pour? I want to know because I have done some trials with some dipping systems. I'm trying some more, and I've been trying to learn as much as I can about them. I don't like pouring over. Okay. What did you think of Slick Pour? I don't like pouring over because I don't think you get the same coverage that you do from dipping in. I like putting my powder into a smaller container, or we're trying some different techniques, with some different ways to do it. But, yeah, it's not out yet in my Cosmoprof either, Slick Pour. But so a lot of the companies talk about pouring over, which for one, I think if you're pouring over into the same container and you're going to put it back in, then you might as well dip because any cross-contamination is still going to happen anyway. So, could I do take 2 under tips that are done, same purpose, only wear for a show? Yes, but you would have to put the take 2 on and then glue over the top, I think, and then glue the tip on. Because when I put take 2 under an enhancement, I put take 2 on, I did the enhancement, and it literally came off within like 15 minutes after being done filing. But it still looked perfect. So then we could have taken and glued that back on. So what are my thoughts on the SM? So discuss contamination in the pour over. What are your thoughts on SNS system? I think it's a dipping system. A few posts about it. Yes, SNS is a dipping system. I haven't tried it yet. I wish I was able to go to, they're going to be at Nail Pro Pasadena. So if you're at Pasadena, they will have a class, a free class in the afternoon. They'll be demoing it. Yeah, Nail Nana, give us the dirt. How'd you get it? So SNS is a dipping system. I want to try it. I want to order a trial kit. I really like the way some of their stuff looks and works. And so, yeah, if you're going to be at Nail Pro Pasadena and you're interested in SNS dipping systems, they do have a class going on in the afternoon. I wish I could be there for. I'm still crossing my fingers. So there's also like Next Gen. There's a couple other companies. No Cosmoprof, just got it at your location. Nail Nana. Okay. The videos I've seen use Exile on the natural nail. Yeah, I mean, there's a whole bunch of different brands and there's a bunch of different companies. Like Le Chat actually does have a powder gel, that uses with gel and powder. So, I mean, there's all kinds of different things now, hybrid systems. The powders are really pretty. Okay, well, that's cool. I know SNS and Next Gen both have a lot of powders. The thing I like about Next Gen that makes me curious is that their powders can be used as acrylic liquid in powder systems too. And so I kind of like that double usage. Liz says it just looks a bit expensive. It kind of does, but I guess $10, like they've got 30 colors. And so when you look at the fact that if you were just starting out and this was a system you could use, you could buy the whole starter kit for 50 bucks on special at Cosmoprof, and you could get every color for $10 each, and you already get one with the starter kit, so that would be $290. So for $340, you could get an entire enhancement system, and with all the colors and everything. And so that could definitely be, if it's something you liked and you were good at, that's definitely something that you could do that could get you started making some money for a pretty quick system if it was something you were good at. Now, not everybody's going to be naturally good at it, but see how that could work in a business model. So that's why I'm really interested about it, because I feel like Back Scratchers tried with their glaze system, and okay, I think I'll wait until Premier Orlando, right? Nail Nana, I had to look up the chemistry, and I learned that the adhesive does form a bond with the acrylic. Right, that's it. I think that we forget that the system that most of these that we're using with the acrylic powder, but it's not cross-linked. Right, that would make total sense, because knowing the chemistry, the cyanoacrylate, that's the base system, it is a chemical acrylate. So it would form a bond with polymer powder, but the cross-linkers are in the monomer for the most part. And so it would make sense that with a monomer, that same powder could cross-link, but with a cyanoacrylate, it wouldn't. But it would make longer polymer chains. So that, from a chemical standpoint, if you belong to Face with Doug Schoon, or you have Doug Schoon's book, that would explain how you would know that. But I can definitely see how it works, and I can definitely see their use in the industry. I'm just still in a spot where I'm just trying them all out. Back Scratchers, they had it at all the shows for a really long time, and it just didn't take off, I think, like they expected it to. So, Nail Nana, yes, keep your students keep you on your toes. Yes, they do. I guess I don't know what a scope train is. We'll have to talk about that. I think I'm woefully out of date. So we'll have to chat about that, because I've had that now said for another time, and I don't know what that is. And you never know with people who just come on your Periscope what you're reading. So it's like a blog train. Okay, y'all are going to show again. Well, last time it was Jan Arnold. This time it was local, so I'm sure it's not. But sure. Okay, if it's not anything that's going to violate my ethics, I'm down. So yeah. So I think that was all that I had, was the nail that popped off and practice nail thing. And I'm excited to be able to try Slick Pour. I'm still hoping that Greg will send me a trial kit just for free to Periscope about, but I'm not holding my breath. Okay, you gotta ask, right? If nothing else, I'm sure he'll be demoing it at the Willamette Valley Nail event, since it's right after a full launch. So, I'm interested for that. And of course, I'll be Periscoping at the Willamette Valley Nail event. So, that'll be awesome. See if maybe I can catch some of these newer products live and in person. And I'm still hoping my fingers out. The kit was $50. There's a YouTube video that just came out. Okay, that's awesome. Thank you, Nail Nana. There was, I will say hi to Lindsay Brock for you. Oh, and yes, you will be at the Willamette Valley Nail event. So yeah, I'm going to see a lot of you guys there who make the trip. Yes, Cosmoprof has the intro kit for Slick Pour for $50 on special. It comes with one color and everything else you need. And I went and looked a while back at the Young Nails YouTube, and they didn't have a video up on Slick Pour yet. I watched it through the Cosmoprof intranet, which is why you should always be close friends with your local beauty distributorships, because then they'll show you fun things nobody else can see. And so now, if there's a video up on YouTube, I will go find it and I will post it in the comment section below on this on Facebook, so that everybody else can go check out Slick Pour, because I find it's interesting. Yeah, it's on now. So good. I will go look that up and make sure I link it for you guys. So Anything else? With my sore throat, I'm gonna drink some more coffee. Come to the UK soon. I will. You know, what I think I'm gonna have to do for touring like that is I'm going to have to just put a call out for people who are willing to kind of broker a tour. So people who are willing to find, wondering what kind of dust collection system you use. Okay, I'll get right back to that. Find people who are willing to, we can figure out a price and we can find like a venue, because you guys in your own little area have a better access of knowledge to the techs around you, people who would be interested, a salon that might have a space big enough to host a class for me, or a local hall or whatever. Did I get a response in the different markets by states in the US? No, not really. Not really yet. And so I think I'm going to set up some sort of a system where we can set up, like, we can get interest going and we can figure out some dates and then sell tickets, and then I can travel all at once and do it like a little tour. And everybody else can have collected the money, and then you guys can just, like PayPal transfer it to me or something all at once. So we'll figure that out. Extraction system. I use an in-table dust extraction system, and welcome. I use an in-table dust extraction system, and I use a whole, I have an old table, and so it actually has a vented system in it that pulls at the right cubic feet per second. You guys are funny. All the UK peeps apparently are thinking they should rally around and get this figured out. So there is a vent in my table that's very similar to the table vent. Thank you, Nail Nana. Very similar to the table vent that is like the one that Amy Becker Masterworks sells, where it's basically just a fan pulling dust down. And then I have a whole room air filter that I use. I had an Aerovex healthy air extraction system through something that happened. It didn't work right. I have a vent in my table and it's amazing. I love it. It sounds like a great table. It's an old K-line table. You can buy the vented systems for them some places still. And it's loud though. That's the only thing I don't like about it, that I would be interested in replacing it. If I was to do it all over again and I had the money to spend, I would probably use a Nova Flare. They're expensive, but I've seen them in action and they totally work. You can actually watch it suck even fine gel dust out of the air, and you can open monomer and set it right out on your table and stick your nose down and you can't smell it because it's pulling the monomer fumes straight down through the filter. It's called the Nova Flare. And I know that, Paul carries them with Glam Up Nails up in Canada, and I know that they also come from someplace overseas. I don't know where they're manufactured, but Paul could definitely, with Glam Up Nails, could help. The Nova Flare is pretty quiet. It's pretty quiet. It's got a couple different configurations you can use for it. You can customize it to exactly what you need it to do. And it was pretty quiet. Although I did see it at a trade show, and we know how loud it can get. I know that some other people have had access to using them in a classroom setting. And I felt like my healthy air was still kind of noisy. It wasn't super noisy, but it wasn't like super quiet either. I felt like the Nova Flare was quieter, and I like the fact that it's built into a desktop thing. Paul and I have talked about me getting my hands on one to be able to demo for you guys. It's just, as you can understand, they're pretty expensive to ship. For me to have one for a while to use and demo for you guys. So I don't know. We're going to kind of see how it goes, but, oh my God, my husband called in. Going to have to watch your answer in the replay. Okay. Well, yeah, it's there. So there's all kinds of different things. If you spend the most money, this is my opinion, of course, spend the most money that you can afford for the best extraction system you can get. It will be worth it in the long haul, in your client's comfort, in the option of places you have to work because you're not dealing with smell and dust, in your health, in your client perception. So get the best one that you can afford. And as you can afford more, get better. So if you're starting out and you just do something, right? Yeah, you can't put a price on your health, take care of your health. I mean, that's it. Do something. So even if it's an old school vented table, that's better than nothing. If you've got to rig something up, I've seen some people do things where they do their extraction using a shop vac that they have on the other side of a drywall wall that they cut a hole in and run the extraction hose of a shop vac through the wall. And so you can't hear it. I have a shop rigged up right now, right? So you can't hear it. It's on the other side of the wall, but it's still sucking in the dust. There's the handheld extraction systems that you put on your drill, which is great for dust, but not so much for monomer vapor unless you're set up like I am, where my monomer and stuff sits out right by where my drill sits. So I would actually be able to turn it on and it would be able to take vapor in from where it's just sitting on top of my drill. But, you have to figure out what works for you, but do something. The one that Amy Becker sells, that's just the table vented dust extraction. It works okay and it's pretty inexpensive, so it's better than nothing. Using table towels that actually hold the monomer in when you're wiping your brush on and stuff in is good. This is the type of things that needs to be spotlighted in the industry. Absolutely. So do something. Everybody gets so caught up in what brand or whatever is Sunflower Best or Valentino, or should it be in your light or on your drill or on your table or in your room or whatever. The answer is yes. Yes, it should do something, and you need to be doing something. You need to be doing something that is in your breathing zone, whether it's at bare minimum dust extraction, preferably chemical extraction if you can, in your breathing zone. If not, try and wear an N95 mask. We have a commenter, I have a Valentino, it's great. I don't know how I coped without it. Right. And every time you dump the dust out of it, you're like, oh yeah, that's what I was breathing or wiping off before or was floating around. You should have some sort of a room air filter. And it's important to keep in mind that your standard HEPA filter, those kind of things, aren't going to do anything for chemical odors. So the only one that I've found that will remove the chemical odors is this, I don't even know what it's called anymore, TheraPure, whatever. It's inexpensive. It's a household one, but it's meant to remove like dry cleaning chemicals. Wanting to know, is the UK stricter about that? I don't know. I suppose some of the people from the other side of the pond will answer here. Different jurisdictions are forming different regulations with nil building codes. And so we're going to see a change in the industry from that. A lot of them are requiring fresh air ventilation, which is cool, but we need to figure that out then for the companies. Not really. We have NAFL nail laws. So, interested to hear my other UK peeps, what may know about ventilation laws. You just, whatever you do, you need to do something. I have a table vent that pulls the dust down good enough for what I do. The vapors down some. Monomer vapors are heavier than air, so they sink to the floor. So if you have something up high, you're actually making it work worse. If you're trying to catch room vapors, it should be on the floor. Not a lot, to be honest, over in the UK. Okay, so that's good to know. So if you're trying to get vapors out of the air as low down to the floor as you can, is better because it's heavier than air. If you're upstairs, it'll roll right down your stairs to the downstairs. So you got to make sure you catch that. If your HVAC system, your heating and ventilation system is floor vents, there are vent filters you can buy to put in those. Especially be mindful of that if they're in the floor because you're upstairs, because your monomer smell is going to roll right down them bad boys. Your nail polish smell, all that kind of stuff is heavier than air. It's going to roll right downstairs. So make sure those get carbon activated filters in them to clean the air that's leaving your room too. And make sure you get fresh air cycling through your room. Even if it's just from a window, you got to do something. So whatever it is that you do something. If you don't know, maybe I'll do a video on that. Oh, I don't have my notepad right here. I need to write that down. Then I need to do a video on that. Yeah, plants. If you've got a natural air source, you've got a window, open your window, even if it's just a crack. And yeah, put plants in where they can get some sunlight because they'll help purify the air too. That's what they do. I don't know. What else? What else you guys want to talk about? About time for me to be done anyway because it's 2:30. But yeah, it would be good to have a whole video dedicated to it on You Have Nails. I will add that to my little ever not so little list. I will be recording again. Spread the You Have Nails word. I will be recording again that lovely list I talked about yesterday. Starting next Tuesday, I'll be recording again. So then just as quick as I can get them edited and put together and uploaded to the site, I will. I need higher upload speeds. I'm looking into that too, trying to see how I can get higher upload speeds because my, whatever it is, 1 megabit per second upload is... Get your folder out again. Yeah, absolutely. And you need to be working on doing your homework, not just your notes, and going back and watching the videos again because we need to get some... I want to see some of these marketing plans and business plans you guys are working on. Come at me so I can look over them and point you back in the right direction. All right. Good girl. Okay. Well, Free for All Friday. I think I covered everything that popped up on the little thing. Yeah, working with my hairdresser friend. And you know what? Your hairdresser friends can actually get something out of the backlog grows. I'll contact via Facebook, or do you have an email? Fastest way to email me is youofnails@michellecordes.com. Working at the bridal shop on promos. Rainy day coffee and a nail chat. Good day. Absolutely, Mayor. youofnails@michellecordes.com is the fastest way to get to me. I'll get that right away. All my cards are going in goodie bags for the brides. Good job. We're using everything to put together our plans. Absolutely. And even though You Have Nails is geared directly to the nail person, anybody who's an independent contractor can get something out of it. I shouldn't say independent contractor. Tina Alberino. Independent contractors don't exist. Booth renters, or if you own a salon or those kind of things, if you're doing that, even if you do hair, skin, massage, whatever, there is stuff you can gain out of University of Nails. So you can pass it on to your other pro friends too. There is definitely business stuff. It's just going to be pointed at the nail thing. But yeah, anyone could use the basic fundamental principles of marketing, and I've geared them towards the nail professional, but anybody who is an independent professional or runs a salon type environment could learn from them. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to keep drinking my mini, and I'm going to give my sore throat a rest so that I'm good to go for when I have to do some guests later. And allergies suck. All right, guys, try and remember the filter name. Okay, you know what? If you guys hold on for just a second. Yes, it's Therapure, and I will find the link for it. I believe it was $100 here, $100 US. And it's the only one I found that is a household available one that will work on chemical vapors too. So I'll post that. I'll find it, and I'll post that link in the comments below on Facebook also. All right. Well, I look forward to hearing from those of you who are going to email me, and I will see you guys on Monday. Same bat time, same bat channel. Goodbye, my cult of personality. See you guys later. Bye-bye. Everybody say goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, I hate turning you off when you're hurting. All right, gotta go. Bye.